just the gift shop. Don't get too excited. I'm in the kind of the big courtyard again where I started, and fog is so thick. It's just, you look, it's almost like you can't see the people kind of right next to you. It's perfect. Of course it was going to be like this for me. It's always perfect like this. Things happen. Little birds fly down right when I walk by. They just come. Almost had an audience there. I thought I was going to start chanting. It feels so good to breathe that moist mist in. It just smells like nature. A little bit of body odor, but it's okay. Yeah, that too. Thanks, buddy. Oh, I don't know where these stairs lead, but I kind of like these little guys. They're guarding something. So I'm here at the monastery, and at the bottom of where the big Buddha is. And it's this beautiful sculpture here. It's this statue, bowl. And as I was standing here, I was coming up and taking pictures, actually. Like 2 different monks came by. Actually, there was a third one, but he wasn't. He looked like a student. But he said, hello, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you. And it's just so cool. So cool. The incense burning is kind of where you enter into this, which is outside in these enormous pans. And the biggest incense I've ever seen right here. So they're all burning in here. And this beautiful one. So there they all are. Just want to kind of stand here so it just absorbed into my clothing. Get a nice, beautiful shot of the front of this. There we go. Less exposure. It's beautiful gold in there all around. And the pitched corner roofs, which is a very Asian thing. Most people may or may not know. As you can see, there's on the tip of that is like a dragon, I believe, right here. So they're on the corners of their roofs in traditional style, point upward to follow the energy upward instead of the point of the roof going downward. It's in a negative sense, but instead to rise up, to lift and generate positive energy. And all the little figurines that are carved here all have different meanings to help kind of support that idea of positive energy and not having anything pointing down. So that's kind of my armchair kind of definition of that. It says no incense inside because it's all out here blowing. Oh, I'm in for a treat. I love that they always have them smiling. Eyes just slightly closed. Cement its peaceful mind. And isn't it funny that when we have a peaceful mind, that is the natural emotion, is joy. And we smile and we feel at ease. Wow, look at the ceiling. Wow, some of these carvings. Oh, beautiful. These are many of the different Buddhas, and they all represent a different idea of what you may be wanting to obtain in your meditation. They're a point of focus, so they give you a visual, and in many ways, in other religions, is a way of like angels, if you will, loosely. That's kind of the idea with them, and they support many different forms of virtues that you're looking to obtain in your meditations, in your mind. And yeah, there's a lot of them. So I'm in the main courtyard. Oh, they've got lilies going all the way up. So they have this chained off because this is a working monastery, if you will. It's not just a museum or for tourists, so they still use this very much. I gotta walk back this way so you can see the whole roof. So as you can see, the tips point up, all the way up, for the reasons I explained. Oh, look at the colors, beautiful colors in this, and the carvings. Feels like I'm on a movie set, but this is real. How beautiful is that? The intricate woodwork. And these beautiful old trees. Like banyan and some ficus. Oh. See, that's one of them who I passed on the way in. She's in there cleaning the floors and preparing for most likely like a meditation that's going to happen there. It's beautiful. It goes right through the trees. So I'll take some pictures, but I'm going to go in and actually check out some of the meditation areas and talk to some of the monks and get some mindfulness. So on my way up to see if there were some teachings going on or a meditation, came across, it's amazing, wow, the architecture and carving and everything of this. Just stunning. So much beautiful hand-carved work. Close up here. See some of the statues in here, as well as some of the dragon heads on the tips. And the stone carvings here on the wall. It's just a feast for the eyes and energy. Look at this. Oh. This is where they're going to do a class. So you can see the little cushions where they're going to kneel. And the teachings for the locals as well as the monks can come here and have classes on Buddhism and virtues and meditation. 84,000 teachings. Just fantastic. Gold carving, sculpted. It's so beautiful. All the golden Buddhas back here. They're massive. Here's one. Preparing the tables. This makes me so happy. It's my favorite thing, and it's just the beginning of this whole adventure. Here we have, of course, a koi pond. Waterfalls. There's the koi. sound of the birds, the water, the mist. The energy here is, oh. That's why I love it. So I had the nicest thing happen. About 6 Buddhists came out, and where I was standing by the pond and the koi fish. Next thing you know, I'm just kind of lined up with monks, and I asked if I could have a picture. So they're, of course, totally fine, open. I could tell they were having fun with how tall I was compared to how tall they are. They also wanted a selfie. I wish I had a picture of that, of the monks doing a selfie with me. We were fascinated with each other. It was great. It was just great. So I found the lotus, which is another part of Buddhism. There's actually a little bridge here that goes to a pond here that have koi fish, more koi fish. Oh, here's this beautiful, beautiful building behind me. And there's the koi. And there's the lotus. It's probably a fountain, but yeah, it sprays up and there's money on it. The lotus, much like a pattern of a pine cone, kind of resembles the pineal gland in the brain. And there's a lot of science, and I could get into what they're finding with the pattern and the design of that, and what is very ancient and exists in the center of our brain. There is duality, so we have 2 of everything, pretty much, in the brain, 2 sides, but this particular pineal gland, there's only 1, right in the center. So it's the mindfulness, it's obtaining equanimity, a balanced mind, a pure mind, and blooms, or it's open, like an open mind. You can Google that and find out the purpose of it, what it does, and how it relates to all of it. I am not your scientist. Life is meant to be fun. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and kneel down and do a little bit of my own meditation. Yay! It's all about mind training and learning how to control your thoughts and your brain instead of letting it run you. Isn't that kind of cool? Who thought? Who thought that we'd be in control of our brains and our thoughts, and they weren't just on default? Well, I'll tell you who. Buddha. I hear a bunch of you guys going, girl, she's all woman. And I'm just gonna say, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. They wander around on the property freely, and you're told to just enjoy them and, don't harass them, but they're actually very sweet. Not something you see every day. He's enjoying us. He's just posing for pictures. Yeah. He's just chilling out. He was standing and just taking pictures and selfies for everybody. Very cool. Time to go. Enjoyed this place. I could stay here for a long time, but it's time to go. I'll miss it. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh. Oh. So after being out at the Big Buddha, I'm headed back to the hotel, and where the tram dropped me off, I ended up inside of a mall, the one IFC, instead of Central Station, which has happened several times. I end up in places and I just got to figure out where I'm at and how to get back. But anyways, it's really cool because in Hong Kong, a lot of the major city blocks, all the sidewalks where people are, well, there's both on the ground and up, but it's basically double-decker sidewalks. So as you can see behind me, and what I'm standing on, I'm actually on a bridge. And as you can hear, this is Hong Kong. I've been to many cities, but this, you can just feel the electricity, you can feel the energy. It's insane. Well, we leave tomorrow, board the ship, and then head on to Taiwan. And then from there we go to Shanghai. It's been wow, that's all I can say. So taking a nice leisurely walk here in Hong Kong back to my hotel in this massive city. I look up and of course have this amazing view just happen. Look at the moon, three-quarter moon. These stunning towers. Oh God! So there's another shot of the moon. Love it. More will be revealed. And I'm still not sure if I'm actually heading back to the hotel, but I think I'm going in the right direction. But at this point, who cares? I'm having a good time. Woohoo! So it's my last day in Hong Kong, and I'm getting ready to catch a taxi to the cruise terminal. And got some money exchanged, had breakfast, cleaned up, packed, and I'm just out here enjoying the last few minutes of this bustling city. And unlike a lot of photos that you see in the media of Hong Kong and all of its beauty and architecture and mountains, there's a whole nother side to Hong Kong which I got a chance to explore. A lot of it walking through, kind of a little culture shock to most of us that come to visit, talking with the locals and the people here. It's very expensive to live in Hong Kong. It's actually the most expensive place in the world. And along with a lot of benefits and people that work tirelessly here to live in Hong Kong, these are the apartments and townhomes of many of the local Chinese here in Hong Kong. So yes, everything you're seeing on these are right, and mixed in with big modern buildings, including the Marriott here and other newer ones. So, you know, like all cities, Hong Kong has different areas, and I really enjoyed actually walking through here and back in this area and trying out the local food and the markets and talking with people as best as we could. But you know, it gives you a moment to appreciate what we have. You know, pretty much wherever you are in America, it could seem very judgmental at first to see this and you know, see clothes hanging and buildings that could use a good power washing. But you know, people are happy, and they work hard, and they take care of their families. It's a very proud country and culture, and so you know, I could go on and on about it. But it was a big eye-opener, as well as enjoying, of course, all the beautiful and touristy spots and nature that was absolutely gorgeous. This is life in the city, and I don't think it's really that much unlike many cities, even in America, the defining line between the rich and the poor. Hopefully someday there is a solution to all of it, but I can tell you that the people are kind, they smile, they're fun, they're very busy, and they have been extremely helpful all along the way for me, with every single person I've asked for directions or for suggestions. You know, it's just been wonderful. I highly suggest coming to visit, and to not be afraid of different cultures and different languages. After the first day you adapt, you get used to it, and it's good for the spirit. It's good to be in the uncertainty of travel and get to know the world and what life is like. So that's all for that. Now it's on to Taiwan. Going to Taiwan, and then Shanghai, and then on to Japan, and you know, all of it's going to be done from the luxury of a beautiful cruise ship, and 3,000 other boys having a good old time, including me. So, woohoo! See you later, Hong Kong. So I'm heading to the cruise terminal. My time here in Hong Kong is done, and it's been an amazing and wonderful experience. The staff and the hotel, the Marriott Courtyard, was fabulous. Transportation here is really awesome and easy, and the food is amazing, and they know how to drive. All I can say is when you get around town here is hold on, and you will get to where you need to go faster than anywhere you've been. Safely, of course. Oh, going in a tunnel. Till next time. Woohoo! So I finally made it on board. Woohoo! There's the balloons welcoming us to our big party on the water. Heading in, and see the guys all behind me. Say hi. And aboard. Woohoo! We made it! Yes. Let the fun begin.